looks me dead in the eye and tells me, if you don't like it, if you don't like it, and no, if you don't want to pay, leave now.
Ah, wait.
In that moment, every ounce of being a nice girl left my body.
Let's. I mean,
I'm telling you
that's a
guys, every
big statement
ounce
to make.
of living, sorry, of being a good Christian, everything left. It left my body, my soul, my spirit, everything. The last thing I was the last thing I was left was the flesh, which is not a good
What?
part. This woman proceeds to tell me that from the moment I walked in, she knew I was going to be a hard person. I wish I
So
recorded my
this has
encounter
already
with this
started.
woman. He is madly in love with this girl that he's working on a project with, and he's completely neglected his wife. And then on one of the days he went out with the girl, he said that, you know what, you need to choose me. I'm going to go home and break up with this woman. On getting home, the woman already had a knife in her hand, just going to commit S. And when he walked in, he was just saying a prayer out loud. Then the girl heard the prayer and heard that he was scared of breaking up with her. Then she helped him say amen to the prayer. And she literally said, when he was done with the prayer, she was not, I said amen. She dropped her knife because she was going to commit it from a place of frustration, not from it because she was angry. What are you doing? Why are you acting strange? But when she heard the prayer, it gave her clarity. And basically his prayer was, I'm not in love with this girl. God, help me tell her I'm not in love with. I want somebody else.
Amen.
And that was literally the end of the story.
It's home and I broke that cause pure gold. Hosted by AK, Cash, and K, baby. Real voices, real talk, keeping it wavy. Hosted by AK, Cash, and K, baby. Real voices, real talk, keeping it wavy.
Hello, welcome back. Happy New Year, everybody. Everybody's looking fantastic. Smile on top, on point, on top. How you guys doing?
Amazing.
Amazing. That's
Incredible.
incredible. Cool, cool, cool. It's
It's
exciting.
incredible.
Excited to be back. We've missed all of our viewers home and abroad. We miss you, and we are glad. We are excited to be back once again. Happy, happy, happy New Year! It's a different year, still same us, but refreshing and exciting conversation, insightful
Mm-hmm.
conversation. So that's what we have in stock for you this new year, and a lot has happened. A lot has happened in the space of how many weeks now? Just 11 days into the new year, and some change from last days
Last
of
year.
year, and then some people went ahead to go and engage themselves.
Lovely.
Uh, so many exciting things happened. I mean,
Hey, who would have thought? Let's act like let's act surprised. Who would have thought? Who is
surprise,
this person? Who's this person?
surprise. But yeah, so I mean, a whole lot has happened, and we are happy for growth, happy for
Mm-hmm.
progress, and we hope to see that also on the podcast, especially just because it's a new year. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know how you guys are feeling. What has happened on your own end in the past few few 11 days? Let me so to say.
I can go first.
Okay.
So I would start from whenever we last recorded.
Yeah.
Um, we took a break that was impromptu. So around Christmas, I literally fell sick into the new year, and it was like really bad. It was out of nowhere. Um, and I remember that we wanted to record, and I was like, "Yes, we can record," and I was like, "No, I'm dying. I can't record again." But yeah, I traveled for Christmas, and I was there for, I think, almost 14 days, almost 2 weeks. And I think I spent like my last 12 days or there, but I can't remember. Very sick. It was just nasty. I think it was after the day on Christmas Day was when I started feeling sick-ish. Yeah, I don't know what I had, but I was on medication. It was cold related. It was definitely a viral infection, but I don't know exactly what it was 'cause I never got it tested. So yeah, that happened. What else? The new year happened. I feel like the new year has been really good. At least for me. I think above everything, I was thinking, I was like, my family, like my extended family, like my aunties and my uncles and my cousins and all that good stuff. I was just recounting on 2025 and I was like, I'm so happy and I'm thankful to God that nobody ever got a call of, oh, uncle, this is in the hospital, and so that is this, da da da, cousin, this one passed away, and all that good stuff. Like everybody has just been living their lives, tough or not. So that was something good. I think this year generally has been good. Um, One thing I personally said I wanted to do this year is to be silent. I don't want to be talking again this year. I don't know what it is about it. I just said that I want to be quiet. I don't want to react to anything. I don't want to defend myself. I just
Mm.
silence. I think that's the year. That's the vibe
Please,
I'm going
so
with
when
this.
you come to this podcast, don't be silent, oh,
No, 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 no,
please.
no, no, no. I mean, no. When it when it comes to things that I have to
It's like
do,
that.
no, I'm gonna be silent. Like I think just my general interactions with human
Mm.
beings. I think I want to pick the path of being still than having a reaction or whatever, whatever. So yeah,
Mm.
the year has been very good, I will say. I did have an encounter yesterday
Mm.
that was very eye-opening. So I think on social media, I've always heard things about racism and things like that. And it's always been things I've heard, nothing I've ever experienced, or something that somebody would say something, I walk away from the situation and I'm like, hold on a second, that wasn't right. But yesterday, racism, oh, maybe I should. I was like, so generally, when it comes to like for example, getting my nails done and things like that, I know how to do so I do it myself. But once in a while, let's say like there's an event or something, I'm like, okay, I want to go extra and I'll go to the nail shop.
Extra
But
service.
yeah, so in this case, for my waxing, I wax the hair on my body basically. So yes, I needed to wax my underarm. And then I was like, okay, let me go to the shop where I typically used to go to. I got there, they had closed for the day. It was very early, but they had closed. It's okay, whatever. I just find a random place. I did an idea, it was like a 7 minute drive. I got there and I had told them the service I wanted. And they told me to follow some lady. Now, this lady is an older woman. So when I sat on the table, whatever they're going to use for my wax, I was like, oh, how much is it? Because I'm like, I need to know what I'm paying for if I even want the services to start with. Then she goes, I need to see your underarm. And I said, I mean, you're going to see because you're going to do my underarm, but like, what is your
Why
standard
wait?
price? And then she started acting really confused. For context, and this is no shade. She's an Asian woman.
Okay.
So she starts acting like she doesn't understand what I'm saying. And I said, okay, you know what? I'll meet you where you are. We are both going to be dumb people in this conversation. So I said, and I said,
It's Aki's
book,
kindness for me.
book, price list, give it to me. I need it. Then she went and
Okay.
got it and came back. And then I saw the price. I'm like, okay, first of all, that's the highest I've ever paid. But that's fine. Because the new place. I'm like, okay, let's proceed. Then she starts to do my underarm. And then she's done with this arm. And then she tells me, so she's walking around to do this arm. And then she goes, oh, can you look to see that it's good? Ladies and gentlemen, men and gentlemen, why did I look at my underarm and I can see it? And
Ah,
I told her, I was like,
the brand.
and I was like, oh, I see it. And I was even still like good
Chill.
spirit and everything. Because I'm just like, whatever. I'm like, oh, I see her. And this man goes, where? You guys. I think in that moment, it took everything in me because I'm really trying to work on making sure that people's attitude towards me should not change my approach to them, right? Because, like I said, I think I said it last year on the pod, I'm very petty. If I come with you with a happy spirit and you come back with one kind of stupid spirit, I'll meet you there straight, like quick, 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 we meet ourselves there. So I'm like, okay, I'm trying to be calm. And then she's like, where? And I was like, you don't see it because I'm just confused. Like, I'm not crazy. So I look at my under and get like, you don't see the hair in this spot. Like, I'm confused. And then so he looks me dead in the eye and tells me, if you don't like it, you no, if you don't like it and no, if you don't want to pay, leave now.
Ah,
In
wait.
that moment, every ounce of being a nice girl left my body.
Let. I mean,
I'm telling you
that's a
guys, every
big statement
ounce
to make.
of living, sorry, of being a nice, a good Christian, everything left. It left my body, my soul, my spirit, everything. The last thing I was flesh was coin. The last thing I was left was coin in the flesh. Which
Which is God, I beg.
is not a good
What?
part. Then this woman proceeds to tell me that from the moment I walked in,
Hmm.
she knew I was going to be a hard person.
She said so.
She said that, guys, I wish I
So
recorded my
this has
encounter
already
with this woman.
started even
You
before
know,
the.
I
I
It
mean,
think
was a
she
that
has been
explains the
profiled.
whole,
I think you've been
He
profiled from the
racially
moment
profiled
you,
me.
and that
the
explains
way
all
I
the
think
whole
you've been
drama.
profiled from the moment you got in, based off on this fact.
I
She
asked
probably
for a
has
price
seen,
book.
yeah, no, isn't the price book necessary, or probably the kind of customer she's used to?
So
Not
black
even
people don't wax.
But
I
that
was so,
shouldn't be
and
a.
to be honest, to be very honest with you guys, in the shop, people were getting their manicure and pedicure done. They were all not black people. I
Okay.
was the only black human being in that shop. So perhaps, yes, everything that everybody that she's saying is not a black person. But you don't profile me. Guys, I was so livid. I thought I'd go and get
And
the
there were
person
other
that told
people
her.
there, right? Like,
No, because the thing is when they want to do things like that,
oh,
they
they
take you
will
to a
have like a
separate room.
separate, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Because sometimes you might have to take off your shirt and stuff like that. So they take you to a separate room. So let's go and call the person I told her to do my wax. That one came. This one is speaking English, like very fluently. And before she spoke to me, I said, "Do you see air in my arm, under my arm?" And she goes, "Yes."
Okay,
And I
at least.
said, "Good," because I
Okay.
know I'm not mad.
So at least
And I
this girl
narrated the whole story to this girl. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I know that this woman looked at me as though you deserve everything I said to you.
so like no remorse,
No
no,
remorse.
no,
She left the room, came
no
back into the room.
apology.
No apology. Came back into the room and was looking for Nkoti Osonukidi. I was just like,
This, this
what's
is what
going
was
on here? Then she wanted to continue. I said, if you come close to me.
so bad. Mommy, Jennifer
I told
Lopez.
her, I said, if you come close to me, we're gonna have a problem. So they had to get somebody else to do it and all. And then when I was leaving, I said to the girl, I said, you don't know who I am. You don't know you don't know anything about me.
And
I
you're
thought I said to her, I said, I'm a lawyer. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry, man and gentleman.
legal juggernaut.
This girl froze. And
when
that's
she
when I
when she heard
realized,
you are a learned colleague.
yes, yeah. Then at that moment, I just realized, I said, and that's when the word came to me. I said, you don't racially profile people. You can't assume that she's a black girl. She can't
And
afford it. She wants to cause wahala. She wants to be away. She's not educated. She cannot pay to do wax.
yeah, because that statement is so
Can I even ask a
uncalled for
question?
from nowhere.
Do you guys? Yeah, I mean, Kate, sorry for your experience.
I mean,
Oh,
that was
I'm sorry that
sorry
I'm
for the
laughing this
bad
much. I shouldn't
experience.
be laughing.
I
But
laughed at myself yesterday.
do you think you've been racially profiled based off of like experience with like maybe
But
similar
it
clients? Because
should be
I
obviously
don't
that's what
care.
independent.
happened.
It should be independent.
I
Mm-hmm.
Like
don't care.
every
I've
experience
had
should be
encounters with
independent.
certain people of a certain, even in Nigeria, of a certain tribe. In this particular specific tribe, I've had issues over and over and over again. But I still encounter them individually. If you of this particular tribe comes to me, I am a nice person. I take you as this nice person. If you, even my own tribe, what am I saying? Even my own tribe, when you come to me and you act stupid to me, I just see it as this is a youth thing. It's not a group thing. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
let's say you've had encounters with quote and unquote black girls that have been this and that. Who are you to profile me? Who are you
Mm.
to assume I can't pay? Who are you to assume that I want to cause problem and leave
And
and
there
not
was
pay?
no
Like I was just so
prior, there
confused.
was no prior interaction that
When
we,
I told her, no, there was no prayer. When I told her I'm a lawyer, oh, we are so sorry. On behalf
no,
of the owner of the shop, da, 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 da,
no,
da, we are so sorry. We want to offer you
mi ò
discount. I said,
gbọ́
how much your
pa,
discount?
mi ò gbọ́ po.
I said, what's the woman's name? She started to stammer.
She's scammer.
Stammer.
Stammer, like stuttering. That's Uh, I
Ah,
mean,
God Almighty.
this is crazy because sometimes I mean because I used to feel like, I mean, for me now, sometimes when people are saying, "Oh, I've been racially, what's the word now, profiled and all," sometimes I don't even know what it is, but like this
It
is a
feels
very,
far-fetched.
but this is like
Yeah.
very obvious.
I've never seen this in my life.
Because
And
it's
this is
like
from
right from when
somebody.
you said it, just like what AK said, like the whole program started. And that's what you see in all of the reaction, like price list and all of those things. For her to
Yeah,
not
Yeah.
you
actually
could tell
take
from
that
like the
nonsense things.
moment you walked in. Trust me, I can easily say. And you know what? I think one thing I wanted to like say to this is the fact that everyone, for all the viewers out there, to just give you more context. Kay has been in this country longer than both myself and Kesh.
Maybe combine,
And for
maybe
her to have this, she's
maybe if we
saying this is her
combine the
first ever
years.
experience of being racially profiled. You can imagine. Like, so it goes to show that it's not stopping anytime soon. And it's still alive. The whole point of like being racially profiled and
Yeah, it's
out
it's
there. And I don't know, for me, I've never had that experience, but that does not mean that
Yeah.
yeah.
other
I
people
mean,
don't
a friend
have
of mine too
experience.
recently had like I don't know what to call it, but like he was trying to get a new apartment, and from the website he saw like, oh, this and this is available. All the process of application is same thing, like something you've gone through before, like shouldn't be hard, right?
Hmm.
And then eventually went to the place physically to check and ask questions, and all of a sudden whoever he met there was saying something like, it's not available, it's not this, it's not that, sort of. So it was now
What is not available?
the
The
unit,
apartment?
yeah, and the website says otherwise, like it's available. We just wanted to not go by the pic photos and just check, but then uh, but it was even more than that, like the attitude, the way she was speaking, and you are trying to even clarify things and ask clarifying questions. She was trying to do
Dismissive.
any, yeah, like if, to a point like we even wanted to go ahead and say maybe someone else should go apply and see
What they would say.
what they will say. But I mean, it was just something like he picked on, like, something is not right.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, to Akin's
And
point,
guess
this
what?
this thing is still is
And guess
it's
what?
around us. Yeah.
Should I shock all of you? Guess what? And the current administration,
Hmm.
Mm,
I want you guys to follow through that. There's
mm-hmm,
going to be
mm-hmm,
even a high correlation
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
between
That,
100%.
what people are going to be experiencing for the next few years
yeah.
with the current
100%.
administration. That's all I have to
So
say.
stay safe
100%.
out
Stay
there,
safe,
guys.
people.
Stay safe and be vigilant. Yeah.
You guys, I sat in my car and I could not fathom what I just experienced. I was so perplexed. I was like, this was the time that, you know, the thing that happens unfortunately in Nigeria, where if a wealthy person, you use your power to destroy things. I'm not going to lie. I was sitting in my flesh yesterday. I was like, I wish I was a paralegal. I wish, not paralegal, a lawyer,
Like,
You
something
would have
that I would be
stopped.
like,
You
ah,
would have passed out.
my
this is
my learned
crazy.
colleague, if I may.
Oluwa, take what you guys.
If,
Colleague.
I mean,
Bro,
so, well,
it is well.
yeah,
Oh
it's well, I
boy.
mean,
It is
Me,
well.
I
these are
think
the issues.
case summary of just how our week went is enough. It has covered both of us.
It has come up with the
Because
word.
I was only going to summarize and say, you know what, guy, I don't think I've known any off day for myself. It's just been work, same old, same old. I don't
Yeah.
want to like
Same,
bore a lot
same,
of
same, same.
people for me. So I'm just been working, man. There's no day of if the new year feels like you just have to like keep it going. So
Hmm.
that's pretty much it.
Nice. So,
But I
yeah.
don't know. I don't know what the next segment is because
No, I want to quickly say something. And Kay already touched on it. It's like a question that I already planned. And so she has kind of answered it. So I'll also
Oh.
maybe re-ask the question, say mine, and then maybe you can chip in there before we move into the next thing. So my question was going to be, what is one thing that you want to adopt this new year? Like what's
Mm.
like your, I don't want, for the lack of better word, strategy, or like your approach, and you kind of mentioned it like this year you just want to,
Want to be still.
still talk less, just, and for
Mm-hmm.
me, this year, looking at last year, this year I just want to, do some things unapologetically, you know.
Mm.
I call it the Jesus age.
Yeah.
Jesus age doings, just doing
Mm.
things,
It's kind of
not,
similar to what I'm about to say too. But yeah,
yeah,
go ahead.
like, because sometimes, the fear of what will people say and all these other things, external thing, that this pressure might not even really, really apply to you, but you go look for them, apply it to yourself, and shrink yourself, and just get crushed in the process. So, like,
Mm-hmm.
let go of all of that, and just, I want
Doing
this,
what you want to do.
yeah, just being on that frequency. Yeah, you were going to.
So I think it's a mix of what every one of you guys have said, right?
Mhm.
This year, I'm not going to shalaye too much.
Ah, thank you.
That's number one. I'm not going to shalaye too much.
And
And
for context, Shalaye means
secondly,
go on to.
referencing what Kesh said. No, really, because I realized like the whole of last year is that the reason why people shalaye too much is that they care. They care too much. So there's a correlation between both. But then again, at the end of the day, you need to be able to like identify where you should prioritize those care. Let's be
Mm-hmm.
honest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a way you care and it's not harmful on your body. It doesn't take a toll on your body.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I said this year, no shall I eat too much. And just to reference what you said, Kesh, and what you said was practically from, because there's always this thing that I don't know if a lot of people know. Pastor Sam Adeyemi, I mean, that's the church I went to while I was in Nigeria.
Nigeria.
So at the beginning of the year, he does this live. It's probably the only time he does live on IG, and maybe when
Mm.
he's also trying to like promote maybe his
An
school
event.
or a conference that he's about to do. So he said understanding the what's it called, the terrain globally right now, that he is going to advise a lot of people to whatever you think you want to do it fast. That's the key
Mm.
word. Do it fast. Don't think about, oh, how am I going to do it? Like, start first, then as you
Just do
go,
it.
you're just going to be iterating as you go. So that was, even before he said it, that's always been my keyword. Like, whatever comes to my mind, no matter how stupid it might sound, like, no matter how stupid, just do it, and
Mm.
then you iterate as you go. And myself and my friend were like talking about stores, and apparently that thing came up also in that conversation. It was a confirmation, and then he gave an example of like a company, a startup called, I don't know if you guys know about it, DEEL. They are like an HR state startup. So they deal with like payment of salary and stuff. Like, think of it like, now, how people say, why do I have to wait till the end of the month to get my salary?
Okay.
Those guys can pay you your salary before the end of the month, and then when is the end of the month, you arrange and
So
stuff.
sort it out.
The guy that actually came up with the idea didn't. The guy just was moving fast. He didn't even have this fleshed out idea from the start. He
Like
was
iteration
like,
on the
yeah,
go.
he said the idea has changed over time,
Mm.
and they've not
Yeah.
even gone public yet, though. So
Mm-hmm.
it's going to go public this year, and it's already worth $18 billion.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So those were like the key things my friend told me. Like, I just left the meeting not quite long, and I thought it was one of those meetings whereby I wasn't talking a lot. I was just jotting down because it made sense. It was a confirmation, and to have you say something relating to it now is just a confirmation of like the direction everyone needs to go this year. So that's like the beauty of that. Everything alignment basically. So yeah, pretty much.
in summary, this year, don't talk too much. Get to doing, do
Yeah,
action.
be a doer, man. Be a doer. Be a doer.
Cool. Nice. I think let's go into our dilemma for today.
Ah,
Okay.
It's always the fun part. I feel like
Mhm.
at this point there we should be having like two or three dilemmas discussed.
I have one today, so when you do that
If
one, I can
yeah,
I
yeah.
can
So
set
let
it
Yeah,
up
yeah,
if
I
you have
think I
enough
like
time.
this.
that
Yeah.
would be
Yeah.
nice. This one too is it's pretty long, but you get to see.
We
So
have time today, bro. We have
yeah,
time today.
all right. My wife died, and my new wife wants access to her money.
Mm.
I like the reaction I'm seeing on your face because you're wondering what is going on. Okay,
Mm.
my wife died some years back, and we had two children. She was industrious and had some great investments. One land, four flats, and an agri business, like I think selling eggs.
Agriculture.
Yes. We had some issues before she died, but we came together during her last days. She
Mm.
left all her belongings to our kids. They have two kids. I relocated abroad with the kids about 4 years ago and married my new wife early 2024. Are we
Mhm.
tracking?
Mhm.
Came into our union with a child from a previous relationship.
Mhm.
Between us, we earn around £5,000 monthly, with me bringing in the bulk. I have also sold all of I have also sold all of the investment for my late wife and put money in trust. Recently, my new wife asked that I make her child one of the beneficiaries of the trust in case something happens to me. I said no, that it's not my money, and this has caused issues at home. She said she needs to be paid for caring for them if a child cannot be a beneficiary of their trust. I don't understand where this came from. I pay for all, our included, all our kids' needs. She, of course, handles daily care and school runs, etc. She has threatened to stop doing all this if her kid can't be part of the trust or that I pay her £600 monthly. I am very
Oh, wait,
confused.
wait. Since oh, sorry. Continue, continue.
I am very confused and honestly cannot do that. My dead wife's family also have visibility on the trust, and we see this as I am using their daughter's money for my needs.
Mhm.
She is also pregnant now, and everything is just complicated. How do I handle this? It's not our money, and we are doing okay. I have treated her kid just like mine. I am so confused. Should I go ahead with paying £600 monthly, even though I know within me this 2 year marriage will be dead on arrival? And how long
Mm.
can I do this and not drain the kids' trust that I planned for their uni? How did I get myself into this situation? You
I
had some questions.
few clarifying
Yeah,
questions,
yeah.
please. I just to be sure that
You
I
have all the
get everything
details.
that's been
Yeah.
what's called mentioned, right?
Hmm.
So this 600, why is he paying 600, or why is he about to pay 600?
Well,
So
so
she's saying that she wants to be paid £600 if is not going to add a child into the other kids' trust fund because she's taking care of all the kids together. So she's taking them to school, doing groceries, cooking for them, all that good stuff. So she's like, well, if you're not going to add my kid to something that
this is
the other
my
kids are privileged to, give me 600. And I guess ideally what she's going to then do is put that 600 into something for her own child. That's
as
probably what she wants to do
trust
at the
fund.
back. So yeah.
Oh boy, the math is not mathing, no.
Yeah, so
Like,
she's saying to just to add to what Kay said, she's saying she cares for she does all this caring and everything. She has threatened to stop unless the man pays this 600.
go stop.
So more like this 600 serves as like the nanny money, like payment for taking care of
But
all
she's
of these
already been
things.
taken care of. Like, I mean, so let's do a quick breakdown. Like,
Yeah.
they both bring
Combined income monthly is
combined income is
5,000.
5,000, and he takes much of the bulk already. What that translates to is that he's also going to be taking on like the cost to like cater for the home in a
Mm-hmm.
way. And so she's not lacking in anything. In fact, she doesn't even have to spend her own side of the money, let's be honest.
So what she's
Am I
fighting
the
for,
only one that is
basically,
thinking
she's
about this?
fighting for her own kid to be added to the
You know what?
trust.
To solve this issue,
Yeah.
Nani.
Um,
If I want to be petty, like Nani.
so that's the whole situation. Like, how did we even get here?
I mean,
So I can also read some of the the comments from comment section. The first person said, "My husband asked me to tell you that this matter isn't up for discussion. You should not accept this. Set a new trust fund for our child and the baby on the way. Case closed." Do you guys think that is a solution to go with?
that he should
Set up a new trust fund for that child and the baby on the way. Basically, the new baby coming and the child in question, because the two other kids are already in the trust fund. So like setting
yeah,
trust
no,
fund
I think
for
we've
those
established
people
that fact, Kesh, that there is no touching there's no touching the
of
trust
the
fund of those
established
kids.
trust fund.
No, there's no such thing. Because I mean, apparently the woman in question that died has worked all her life to, you understand what I'm saying?
To
So
secure somebody else
if this
money.
new wife has any iota of or any inkling of sense, you will know that I shouldn't be entitled to somebody else's money. Come on, let's be honest with ourselves here now.
I
And
think the
this
foundation is they didn't get into the marriage with the full understanding of what it means to be a blended family. They
Mhm.
both have, or at least from the woman's end, she has the mentality of your children, my children. She doesn't have the understanding or the mentality of your children and my children have now become our children. And so you're taking equal responsibility for them. You shouldn't see it as a chore or something that you need to get paid for because you're taking them to school and all that good stuff. You see them as though they're your kids. And I don't think she's just being greedy from the
Mm.
sense of, because how are you jealous of a child? Oh, you're jealous of kids and what they have.
Exactly.
So how about you talk to your husband and say, "Oh, babe, let's open a trust fund for this, my own blended, this one that I'm bringing
Exactly.
into the family. Let's open
Right.
a trust fund. Let's put 300, whatever, every pound every month." But when you come to a man in that, with that energy, you're coming from a place of attacking. And now, by default, unfortunately, he might love you, but now you're looking like a visitor in the marriage. And if he feels threatened, he will get you out of it. Because before you came into the picture, there were the kids. And before you came into the picture, there were the properties that eventually became money that eventually went into trust fund. So you're like a third party in the equation. How about you sit down and go back to your drawing book, understand the full picture of the family coming together, and for God's sake, they're about to, because she said she's pregnant, so they're about to have their own like actual kid together.
From the
I would
marriage,
think
from
you
the
want to build something like,
Mhm.
okay, babe, this new one that is coming up, plus the one that I brought in, let's create a trust fund for your university.
yeah. Let's plan, because
Why will
someone
you deprive children of the, I guess, is it blessings or whatever that's their mom
the opportunity
provided
and
for them?
the shield that has been provided for them for the future, because someone planned this,
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
someone worked hard for this,
Hard to get there. That's my
someone
own
put
point.
this
If you
thing in
work,
place because of a situation like this,
mm-hmm.
right? Because I'm sure part of the thinking, part of the thoughts were like, what if you know I'm no longer alive and things like this, and let me set up all of these things to take care of my child. And unfortunately it happened. Now imagine, even with all of these things being put in place, someone is now saying, you want to add. No, I don't think it's right. And that was my initial thought when I saw this. I'm like, why are you being entitled to something that does not even belong to you? Because I mean, I'm sure if she was the one that, well, she won't be even alive to come and debate it. But you're trying to guide and guard the kids' future. That's why you put all of these things in place. So anybody should not even be able to like sabotage that future. Like it's been said, it's been worked for, it's been planned out. Plan
Hmm.
something new for the ones that are, quote and unquote, not covered, not trying to now patch and attach yourself into what is not.
Kesh, I think, to be honest,
Yeah.
She also has, I mean, she must have thought about this, but I think she's just being greedy at this point. I mean, she's just being greedy, man, because
She's
there's
being greedy
no
and she's
place
being a
on
thief.
earth.
Yeah.
You know for a fact that I don't see. This is my problem. I still don't understand why a lot of people can't really understand their reasoning. The like how they reason. Like say Gotimo, so it should make sense. And that is where I feel like greed comes from because I'm like,
Mm-hmm. Like
Yeah.
you're
see,
not
there are
looking
some things, there are
inward.
some things I would do. There are some things I would do. I would have actually thought about it. But wow,
This is
it,
foolishness.
this thing does not make any sense. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
Because this
And this,
child that she's even bringing, where's the dad?
That is, I wanted
exactly.
to say it, but I didn't want to be
Because someone
insensitive. I'm
else,
like,
this man is
what
taking
if he's passed away?
responsibility for your own child that you're bringing into this. And I
I
mean,
mean, to
from
be
the
fair, she too, she's taking responsibility of his kid
yeah, I'm
too.
not saying
Let's be fair. So,
yeah, 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 yeah. It's both ways, but no, he's not asking for something unreasonable. You know, it's like a joint effort. Why are you now? AK, we can't hear you. Like, why are you now bringing all of a sudden this greed and this selfishness into the conversation? But I
mm,
think we all agree.
yeah,
Greed,
I'm
greed,
not.
greed
Is
things.
it's not cute. It's not nice. If the kid's mom worked hard while she was alive, and I'm even sure. Well, I'm not sure. I would assume that when she was working, it wasn't fully from the place of um um
Like
was it fully
something
from the
bad
place
was
of
going to
if something
happen.
happens to me, what's a place of I'm working as a woman, I can afford to work or whatever the case is, and then unfortunately something has happened. By default, or more like everything you do in life is for your kids.
It's like it's easy
While you're
transfer.
here, while you're here, it's easy to say I'm not giving somebody, but when you leave, it's either because everything either belongs to your family, which if you have kids, or it belongs to the government.
Yeah,
So
like
what are you talking about?
it's not even something that you start to do maths.
She's a stingy,
It's
stingy,
it's
stingy woman.
I hope you guys can hear me though.
yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear you
I
now.
said it's just like what Kay said when she was about to give her own submission of the whole dilemma, right? That I she doesn't think, and I also agree. I as well don't think that they both had an understanding before they decided to be together. Because
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
as a man, you really want to understand like what are the terms and conditions. Yeah, it's not the
Mm-hmm.
most
Mm.
fancy things to say when you're trying to like cut or marry somebody, but ideally you want to understand boundaries as well when it comes to how I raise your own child, how are we gonna
Mm.
raise our own child, and who are these kids to me? You understand what I'm saying? You get that way when you have an understanding and you know for a fact in the future she brings something like that, you can automatically say, "Oh wow, now you're being
You
greedy."
can reference back.
You can reference
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So this way
Mm-hmm.
now, it feels weird, and that's why it's now like a dilemma out there. It's now made public because you're like you didn't prepare for it. You two were like caught unawares. You understand what I'm saying? People don't talk anymore.
Mm-hmm.
People don't, and this is one of the things. While you guys are dating or you're cutting, you're supposed to say this thing, the things that you guys normally are scared to talk about.
Difficult conversations.
Yeah,
The
you
tough
must. I
conversations, the
mean,
difficult conversations like this. You can't tell me that while you guys were dating, it never occurred to you. Ah, come on, no.
because it's a peculiar situation
If
too. They both
if
have
you're
they both have
if you're
kids.
saying, "Oh, I'm in love," no, you've been married before. Love shouldn't be the priority for you. I'm sorry. It should be more of like these are
Security
for
should be the priority.
what is it?
I said security should be the priority at this
Yeah,
point. Let's secure the let's
Love
secure
is
these
the
children.
love is the last thing that you put on top
last
of the
letting you two kids and you two you are coming with one kid. Àlàyé.
one kid. Three
Things are
already
not
plus three without
yeah.
doing anything. You don't do
So
anything.
you understand what I'm saying? So if I'm deciding to be with somebody that also I've probably been married before and they have a child, in fact the conversation is different. We're no longer in our teenage years anymore. We are not
I
We are
don't think I
talking
could do that, but
business
business
partners now.
partners.
We are talking
mm-hmm.
contracts, terms and
Signing the
conditions.
Yeah,
contract.
so,
Yeah, like
I'm not sure. In fact, it's not something fancy to say when it
it's
comes to the boy. It is now about this is what
yeah.
I'm
Meet
bringing.
me
This
with
is
your
so
lawyers.
yeah. So
That's true. I think
I do have
that.
something to say about difficult conversation because I do believe that I like difficult conversations. I like uncomfortable conversations. I thrive
Mm,
in them. I like to say things that, if I, like, for example, when I'm talking to a guy, I'm like, okay, so you want to marry me, good, you love me, fantastic. Where do
mm,
you stand with surrogacy? Where do you stand with, like, I like having conversations that you're like, okay, I wasn't prepared for this. Now, the flip side is I think both of you know. Okay, I think I've told both of you about it, but I've been in a situation where I had a difficult conversation. And there's also a thing as in the moment you think you can undo what you're dealing with until you're in it.
mm,
Maybe they did have the conversation, I don't know. But in my own situation, I'll use myself as an example. There was a set person who I laid my terms, for lack of better words, terms and condition, and I told him, hey, this is where I'm at, this is what I want. Are you
mhm.
okay with it? Homeboy said yes.
Good.
Let's get the ball rolling. I'm like, fantastic, let's fire on. Why are we firing on? And all of a sudden you come and tell me that literally said to me, I lied. He used those words. I lied to you. I was never okay with what I said I'm okay with. So
So
I mean, thankfully, I did not enter marriage as an institution as an institution with that kind of person because and now I'm stuck because now you're telling me that, oh, I
do
lied
you,
though, I'm not okay with it or whatever. But imagine that kind of situation. Maybe that's where they are at. I don't know, but I'm just giving it as an example that that could also be a possibility. You can have difficult conversations, and there's a
it's,
possibility that align to you, or they say what
yeah,
they, or they say what you want to hear. About what you want to
yeah,
give
in the
me,
moment, just
yeah,
for it
in
to
the
pass.
moment, just for that conversation to pass. So also use your own discretion, use your own whatever, whatever. And I'm not going to lie. As time went on with this sex person, I knew that where they said they stood wasn't where they actually stood, and I confronted them. And that's when they confessed and said, oh, by the way, it's a lie. And I said, okay, she cannot lie. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's a difficult one because
Yeah.
now it's not a thing of you did not have the conversation. It's someone
But
deceiving
there
you,
was being, yeah,
leading
deceit.
you on
Mm-hmm.
to what they know they cannot hold on to, like they cannot
Mm-hmm.
fulfill that side of their contract, and they know from the
Mm-hmm.
get-go.
Mm-hmm.
Sold you lies and dreams, and
Mm.
then
Allah,
now you have to
me,
go.
did not show me dreams.
I'm just saying, like in this case now he has to find out while they are 2 years into the what's it called now, into their relationship or marriage, and now he has to
Yeah.
face, yeah,
Consequences.
the
So,
consequences. Yeah.
so I mean, I so much like was going to like um get a follow up on the on what you said. Was the topic around also surrogacy, right?
For me,
This particular person with this person.
oh no, no, it wasn't
Um.
surrogacy. My own was on timeline.
Oh.
Timeline of events,
Okay.
things to
Okay.
Fine.
happen.
Fine.
And this person is
Okay.
telling me I'm okay with this timeline. But then eventually they're coming back and they're saying, so it
Uh,
was subtle things that they would do that made me
I
suggest.
would like
You've said, I think you've told us this story not on
Yeah,
record
I've told you guys before.
before, right? And
oh yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
got
yeah.
me
we
thinking.
have
To be honest, I think after that very first time you told us about it, I'm like, yeah, in the moment when he first heard the question, it's almost like I see yes. But as time goes on, circumstance warrant that I need to act fast. If you know what I mean.
Mm.
mm,
Like
But then I would have appreciated if in the
circumstance bent
moment
his
when
view
you,
in a way. He changed his stance on the issue.
no,
but
he didn't change his stance because when conversations got to it, he did confess that from day one, he
admit
was never okay with it.
Oh,
But he said that, yeah, he said that with the impression that it was going to change my mind. And I'm not such a person.
and we all know that if
Coin is not like
anybody
you.
is going to change, it's not really
No,
him.
Coin will change in some situations, but
No,
some
funny. But in this
some
situation,
things, yes,
this
I will
one,
not. Yes.
we all know.
So
it is never a good idea when you intend to change
it's
something.
never.
Yeah, yeah. I
It's
think I
never.
think that's one thing that we should all at least know for a fact and carry it
Realize,
out. Like you cannot
yes,
change.
yes. Even people fail to realize that God self gave us free will. That's even God will not say, "Oh,
You
accept me as
must.
your no." You work
No.
now. You go do the work.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
So
somebody that has the power
So
to.
I
That's
just use that
somebody
as
that has
an
the power to
example.
say.
as an
Can you
example,
imagine?
yeah.
So it's really
Yeah.
funny. But it's an interesting one, Cha.
It's, but yeah, I mean, only
But
I
since
really
you
don't know.
capitalized on surrogate, I'm curious. Are you guys against surrogacy?
I'm not against surrogacy, but it's just like now it's been found. I don't know if you've been doing a lot of readings that people, elite people are now like they are abusing it. That's the latest research right now.
Hmm.
I've
Okay.
I've been doing a lot of like reading now, like elite people. When I mean elite people, now see it as something because they they have the money, they have the
Like
resources. Something that used to be a thing of like the technology was to bring people joy that are able to do it. So elite people now that even if they
they see it as a thing of
even
convenience.
if they are healthy enough to have it, they want to because you understand now. So it's a case of like they're not trying to like come up with new laws around it so that people are not what's the word? They are not what's the word now?
Abusing it.
Yes. So it's been a lot of like I mean in fact a lot of
Honest,
debate has been going on.
So you're not against
I'm
it
not against it.
if push comes
It's
to
just a
shove.
purpose, it's
Okay.
technology, just the same way
yeah, I think it because it's
it's
having a
having a purpose.
purpose.
Just same way we've been able to like advance science and tech, or advanced science has been able to like uh put it out there that AS and AS are not meant to be together. That's the greatest was the invention ever. You understand what I'm saying? You know how many lives that are saved through that. So I see surrogacy as that as well. So but now
Mm,
people are now abusing it.
yeah.
It's like you have the knowledge of like, oh, AS and AS are not meant together, but you still want to be together. That's
So how do you walk around
so
such?
that's been just the latest
Yeah,
debates. That's it's an interesting one. Yeah.
yeah. So for to answer your question, I mean, I've not thought about it, but if push comes to shove, right? Of course, like, because this is to serve a purpose, right? For situations like this, but not to be. But because this thing we're talking about, the conversation happened last year to where a certain influencer made that statement, but she made it from a place of convenience.
Mm.
I can afford it and I'm going to do it. And
Mhm.
then some people came online to say, well, it shouldn't be a thing of I have the ability and the
Money.
capacity to afford it. It's not a thing of convenience, luxury, and then
Mm.
you just do it just because you
Yeah.
can do it. Like
Hmm.
let the let us use it for what it's meant to be, and not just paint it as though it's now some commercial thing that you can just go to the mall and pay for something
Go to
and
the wall.
yeah, so like that was the conversation, like
Person you're talking about because you're
yeah,
supposed to
yeah,
be
yeah, I just don't want to
healthy. Okay, if you're healthy,
yeah,
why do you have to say that?
yeah, yeah, so it was like the way she presented it and said it, so like yes, we get it, but this is not
You feel somehow
um, it feels somehow like it landed on
it
the wrong
landed like they were
side.
trying to bring
And
the
people
elite
came
things
out to
like,
go
oh well,
and say
I
no,
have the
no, no.
money. I'm like, come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my body, my choice, and all of those things. Like, well, nobody's
Hmm.
arguing with you, but this is not why we are here. Like, let's
Yeah.
play safe. So, like, interesting, interesting. Yeah, let's go into the next.
I think Kay wanted to say
Okay, yeah, 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 yeah. Kay wanted to give us.
Oh, the second dilemma. Okay, so I
Yeah.
watched a movie. I think was it 2 nights ago, so I can't remember. When I was watching the movie, I was like, "This is going to be a lovely topic to bring to the podcast." So, I'm going to summarize the movie, and then you guys just dissect it. So, um, they are best of friends, a boy and a girl. The girl
Mm-hmm.
is in love with her best friend. The girl loves her best friend, which is the guy.
Mm-hmm.
A boy and a girl are friends, but they are best of friends. They're extremely close. They play games together. They go out together. They hug each other. Like they are very close. Like they're just friends. But over time, she's fallen in love with him. He
Okay.
is still seeing her as my friend, my baby sister. I love you so much. He will go up above and beyond for her. If she calls him at 2 a.m., as long as he's awake, he will run to her house to save her. Think like they had such beautiful friendship, but she wanted more, or she thought there could be more. To the point that he would even be asking her, like, how about this your friend now? She's a fine babe. And then she'll be getting upset, like, what do you mean she's a fine babe? Like, "Oh, can't you see me? Me, I'm a fine, that kind of thing."
Why
So
is told to you?
long story short, one time he was super sick. And then he went to the hospital, they gave him medication. So kind of medication they gave to him made him drowsy. So he got drowsy, one thing led to the other, they got intimate. The next morning he wakes up, he sees her next to him, he's like, he's freaking out. what is like, why are you in my bed? Why am I naked? All that good stuff. And then the girl was very calm about it. And it was like, well, you need to take the pill because, I don't want any mishaps. And she's like, oh, I'll take it. Don't worry about it. I'll take it. So days have passed. And then she starts having symptoms of pregnancy and all that good stuff. Gets a test done, finds out she's pregnant. She's panicking, tells the guy. She's panicking because, oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting it. But like, she's happy because finally I haven't myself or whatever. Tells him, mind you, because they had gotten intimate, she had told her sister that, oh, I'm in a relationship with so and so now. Because the next morning when they woke up, the guy was like, this is nothing, right? And she was like, I mean, it was special, but if you say it's nothing, that kind of energy. So she tells the guy that, oh, I'm pregnant. The guy is freaking out, like, what do you mean you're pregnant? You're supposed to take the pill, all that good stuff. And she's like, oh, I forgot you. Like, he was just losing his mind. What do you mean? So the guy
Okay.
had confided in his own guy friend, like, bro, and mind you, this guy friend has been telling me that, oh, this girl is a good girl now. She's always there for you. You should love her. She's beautiful. It's one of those things that maybe you just didn't see her. Like, he always saw her as my
That,
friend, right? So when he told his guy friend was like, guy, stop, Joe. This girl has been, when you were sick, when you were, like, he said, listing, like, times that the girl had been there for him. And then the guy was like, bro, like, in fact, the guy was even like, was telling his own friend that if you want a safe taker, like that's how much he doesn't want his best friend. Like, he doesn't want to kill it and everything. So she's heartbroken. It's her birthday. She refused to cut her cake until this guy comes to her house. He didn't come to her house until like 12 a.m. the next day or some crazy thing like that. She had gone to bed angry. It's a mess. She is obsessed with this man. After
Hmm.
so many talking, man, which is the best friend, says, okay, let's get married. She's excited. She tells her family all that good stuff. Her belly is growing. Everything is fine. Now he is emotionally unavailable. She's pregnant. It's a new marriage. He's traveling for work. He's being very inconsiderate. He is almost never home. He's going out with this guy. Like, he's living as though he's not married. He's just always out, always at work, always traveling. And she's always home, unhappy, calling him, going out of her way. Like, one thing that happened was he had traveled. He was coming back. She went to get her hair done, get her nails done, Hoda, made him a nice meal. This man came in, was like, I just ate on my way home, did not acknowledge anything that she did, her beauty, everything. I went up to sleep, all that good stuff. So, long story short, on one of his, it wasn't on the trip, it was in town, but he got a deal with another company, and the deal with the company, it was working with this like super, super pretty girl.
like,
So he got a deal with this company, but this company he didn't have to travel. He was working from their city or whatever. And the
within the
person
town.
that the, hmm?
Go on. I said within the town, like
Mhm. And the person he was working with on this deal is a female, very attractive female, like everything
pain.
is just good. Paying pretty much. And he gets closer to her, he's getting to know her and all that good stuff. Mind you, he's wearing his wedding ring. So the girl knows that he's married, but she's also still entertaining the attention, all that good stuff. They go out once in a while and all of that. And then one of the days when he was hanging out with the girl, they went out to eat lunch. His wife was in an active miscarriage at home. So the sister, the mom, everybody rushes out to the hospital, all that good stuff. They have to do an evacuation, all that mess. He did not get to his phone. They had left him multiple calls. He didn't get to his phone until the aftermath. So he's rushing to the hospital to see his wife and all that good stuff. The whole family is there. They are upset with him. Where the hell have you been? Blah, 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 good stuff. That episode passes. Shortly after she gets back home, the second day is out with his boys again. There's just no emotion. He's just living his best life and whatnot. Long story short, he is madly in love with this girl that he's working on a project with, and he's completely neglected his wife. And then on one of the days he went out with the girl, he said that, you know what, I'm going to pick me, I'm going to choose me, I'm going to go home and break up with this woman. On getting home, the woman already had a knife in her hand, was going to commit S. And when he walked in, he was just saying a prayer out loud. Then the girl heard the prayer and heard that he was scared of breaking up with her. Then she helped him say amen. to the prayer. And she literally said, when he was done with the prayer, she was not, I said, Amen. She dropped her knife because she was going to commit S from a place of frustration, not for me, because she was angry, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you acting strange? But when she heard the prayer, it gave her clarity. And basically, his prayer was, I'm not in love with this girl. God, help me tell her I'm not in love with her. I want somebody else.
Amen.
And that was literally the end of the story. So my question is, do you marry who you actually love, or you marry because of the circumstances around the situation? One, two, can a boy and female and male be best of friends? Like clean best of friends. Is that possible? Take the floor.
Ah,
Me, let me just quickly. I knew it's like I knew where you were going with it. So let me take the second question, then answer the first question in relation to the dilemma, right? So I don't believe a boy and a man and a woman can
Male
be
and female.
best friends. Yeah, because the dynamic changes. Do you still remain best friend with the opposite gender when you guys are both in a relationship, or when you both now have partners? That's the main question. Like, if you can answer that, like, if at any point in time, both of you, they're just sure that you're both friends. If you now like decide to have partners, do what does the dynamic of that friendship that you guys what would the dynamic look like now? Like, who now become do they still continue to be your best friend?
can you maintain the same?
Because we see, this is the thing, it's very easy to say for people that how would you talk like that? Because they've never been in a relationship. They really don't understand where your heart lies. If it feels like as if your heart lies somewhere else when you should be giving this new person in your life 100. That's what it is. It feels like you are cheating them on a great, like, I got to like listen to a sermon or like a podcast on it to like also understand that okay, it actually makes sense like this. When you are in a relationship with somebody who like put yourself in their shoes, how do you think they are feeling about it? They might in the
All
moment
right.
feel like, oh, it's not a problem, but these days we've known now that a lot of people don't say what, like, because they like you, because of the way they make you feel, they can even lie, they can hide the
Mhm.
way they exactly feel just because they don't want
To
you to
leave.
leave. You understand? Like, that's just how much people say they like people. They are willing to like keep their greatest odds of pain inside.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, to be honest, you can just be going about your life thinking, oh yeah, they are fine with it, but in actual sense, they might not be, but they would never say it.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to, I think it takes a whole lot of like emotional intelligence. People need to
Mm.
start like cultivating that a whole lot more in this age and day. Because the fact that people don't say it or they don't bring it up doesn't mean that we can also assume that role that come on, like, let me put myself in this person's shoe. Will I be fine with it as well?
Mm-hmm.
So we need to start asking ourselves questions. That's number one in relation to that second question. For the first one, I didn't fault the guy until he went ahead with the marriage. I mean, I think he could have just held on to his stance and maintained it all through. Because apparently there's a missing detail. He never divulged the information why he decided to say, okay, let's not marry. Let's go ahead with it. He felt like he was coerced into it. He didn't stand on his ground. You alone know why you didn't want to marry. That all of a sudden you went ahead with the marriage. And I'm like, that doesn't sound like somebody that knows what they want. I'm sorry. So that's the only fault I'm faulting the person. And for the lady, I'm sorry, that's not love. I think she also manipulated the guy, like, in so
Yeah,
many ways. And got to Javari, I mean,
she should
you
take
should
it
take it
like
like
that.
that. So the signs were there. You were never going to be loved. It was going to be you trying to like make this person love you. And that is not love in itself. Like, you're doing everything, you're manipulating the state. Something that's supposed to even happen free flow.
you're trying to enforce it. And that's not love itself. Like, I don't know, maybe she needs to take a step back and just like reassess the situation all over again. So that's my own take on the whole. I mean, that.
So yeah, for me, I share the same sentiment. So I'm going to start from where you stop now. I think he was coerced and forced into that relationship, right? Probably because of familiarity, constant pressure, and everything, and he just gave in. It might not be, I mean, yes, we can say maintain your stance and don't give in. That would have helped a lot. But then in this case, it might not be that easy because the person we are talking about is actually, I want to believe, his best friend too, because yeah. So maybe it was just a thing of constant pressure, and it felt like, okay, well, she's already pregnant, we have best friends, why not? So it's from that place. But I mean, it's easy to say, oh, don't, you shouldn't have given, but looking at the circumstance and with the friends advising him and say, you guys look good together and all of those things. So, but that now brings me back to your last question, okay, which is, can a man and a woman be best friends? Outrightly, I would say no. And I say no because of cases like this. Yes, in the beginning, they can be very good friends, cordial, and all of these things. But with time, things change very quickly. One person would most likely, get feelings, and that's where things get complicated. In this case now, the lady caught feelings on the way, because think of, even the so-called good relationship, they'll say the bedrock of that is friendship, right? So meaning they already have like the recipe for a very good relationship. So it looks as though this thing would, and then she would see other people and they don't measure up and be like, I like this person now. What's there not to, go ahead and move on? So like those thin line, the thin line erased like very quickly from being very good best friends
Mm-hmm.
to catching feelings. Like, and you cannot now start cutting drawing lines, right? So yes, they can start off as very good friends, but you will not know when somebody will catch feelings. Maybe both of them, maybe the guy, maybe the lady. But so that's why for a long time, I don't see it being sustainable, and that's why I just believe, well, you might as well just marry this person, or don't be with them. And like your AK raised the point as to when, okay, let's now say they end up in different relationship. How do they even manage the dynamic going forward? Like, are you still going to maintain this? Because again,
Friendship.
French, you cannot, woman and man, you cannot trust. This blood is flowing through these people. So that's why I believe outrightly, like, no. Yes, you can be cordial and just make, but with time, yes, somebody will
I
catch.
do have a question.
Somebody
So,
will catch feelings.
right. So my question is, are you saying this from the context of one party or both parties are now in marriage, or is it just period? You can't be best of friends with the opposite sex.
That's what I'm saying.
Take
Like,
the
you
floor.
can be best friends, but with
Right.
time, things will change very quickly.
Is that always the case though?
I would say, from what
So
I
wait,
know,
both of you don't have female best friends, of course, except your partners. You guys don't have like close female friends or whatever the case might be.
I have female friends, but I don't know how to define close or not close. Yes, we talk, but to the degree of, there's limit and there are boundaries to
So
this.
with that friendship, okay, maybe because we are using the word best.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's
Okay, we
just say
cannot
you're
hear you.
just let's just say you're just is
Let me.
muted.
You're on mute. Okay. Yeah, but
I
go on,
wanted to
K.
paint a scenario to before you just like I wanted to paint a scenario to you. See, I think the whole point of best friend, it has been abused, and I will say
Mm.
abused in the sense that you're only best friend to the point where they say there's no boundary anymore. They don't even know what boundary is. And I'll paint scenario. How are you going on a best friend on a are you best friends and you guys are going out on a dinner date? No, remove the date, but they're going out like things that would normally
You're going to
they are
dinner
going to
together.
dinner together.
Friendship
Friends,
dinner.
yeah, they're going to dinner together. Like even the settings shows that this setting normally people will see
It's borderline
people, yeah,
romantic.
it's borderline romantic. I've seen scenario like that. It's borderline romance. And I'm like, why can't you guys just go out on the cage or you know what happened to Econo ice cream? Okay, take a walk. Why do you guys have to
Even that one is still romantic too. That's what I'm saying. Like the
like
line,
that
the,
you can't draw that line
the
on
line is very thin. Like you can easily cross it. So
So are you telling me that there's a potential, except your partners, there's a potential that all your female friends, you could eventually date them?
no.
there's a potential. Yeah, I will go with the word potential. There's a high chance that things can go left quickly. Like in terms of,
So you're attracted to your female friends?
I'm saying with time things can happen.
Okay,
Okay.
no, what
Period.
happened
Period.
is the problem. And this is the thing here. That's why I painted the scenario of you cannot come
Blood
on
is flowing.
a
Let's
dinner
be
date or
realistic.
a dinner friendship.
That's why you have to
Okay.
set those
You have to
boundaries.
say, "Look,
But
Okay.
go on,
you
April.
shouldn't be calling me anything. You shouldn't be calling me anything from 9 p.m.
Why?
That's the thing. Like,
Wait, even as a single person, I can't call you anything from
you
nine as
can't come
because we are
here.
friends. Or are
Yeah,
you
you
saying when
can
you're
call me,
married?
but those are the things that will now set stone for other
Exactly.
things.
Because number one, this is the thing here. You need to realize that
Okay, sorry, what happens at 8:50 when I call you? I'm just trying to comprehend where
so
you guys
let
are
me tell
Office
you,
coming from.
this
hours.
is it.
Office hours.
This is the easy here. You if it's a case of emergency, not emergency, like maybe
Mm,
you're trying to narrate something that is
Something
I
of
have this
urgency.
mindset that see, baby girl, friend, you won't die until tomorrow. Like I will call you at this time tomorrow, but I think it's in your best interest if you go to bed and sleep first. There is no see. There's no. It's all about drawing boundaries, healthy boundaries. Let's be honest with ourselves. Like when you continue to what's the word? Encourage things like that, midnight, like calls throughout the midnight, right? You guys are building muscle memory. You are getting used to it. There's no longer, and that's how boundaries are. What's the word? Crossed.
Trust.
That's how boundaries are crossed.
I don't know. I think
No,
I hear both of you, but I don't know that
you have to also
I
put into consideration that we are talking from
Third
men's
perspective,
perspective
bro.
too.
lovely, lovely.
So
So
and
so
that is
basically
very
from a
key.
man's
That is very
perspective,
key.
there's a potential that you would eventually have feelings or attraction for your female
With
best friend or
no,
female
no, no,
friend
no.
or female
See,
whatever.
anybody can catch
Nobody can.
feelings.
Is it things they
100%.
get in before?
But
The guy might not even catch feelings. It could be the things that you do
Yeah,
and
and
how
how
you
you
do
do
it
it that
that
develop into feelings.
yeah, and then
maybe I am wired
it's
differently. I
different.
don't know. I don't know. But for me, the angle you come into my life is the angle I'll maintain till Jesus comes. If you come into my life with the energy of Konya, I'm your friend, even if you come back and tell me, Konya, I like you, there's a high chance I would not budge.
Exactly.
If you tell me that, if you, when you come into my life, you're telling me, Konya, I like you, but let's be friends. It's in the back of my mind. We are exploring friendship, but there is attraction, right? In that kind of situation, I would intentionally put myself, or maybe if you text me, the choice of what I use and things I say will be different because you made your intentions known. There's a story that it has happened to me. You were my friend for months. He would call me, I would call him. I told him any and everything. He told me any and everything. Then later, he came back unknown to me. He had told people that this I am his babe.
You see,
Unknown to me, he came back and then told me, "Oh, Coin, I like you." And I was like,
from
"You
where to
can't
where.
like me because we're friends, and you would never not be my friend."
But you see
And then I
where
guess
you're coming from now. You see what
You
we're
see
saying
the
now.
no, 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 no. The point is that at least for me, as I said, for me, maybe I'm
and
just
you are
different.
that's
The
the thing. You
energy
can only
you
speak for
bring into
yourself.
my life is what will maintain till Jesus
Exactly.
comes.
And
If
that's
you
the
tell
thing.
me from day one, Coin, I like you, I can easily just tell you, I'm sorry, I don't like you. If you say you want to explore friendship, I can tell you some situation I'll be like, it's better we are not friends.
But
Keep it pushing. Situation I'm like, okay, yeah, we can be friends.
Coin,
Me, oh, and I think I'm saying from a place of I talk to my guy friends late at night. And I
Point is
don't
just
think, at least for me,
So
Oluwa
but the
Koinsola,
thing is,
I don't
I
like
think
them.
I think we also need to draw
so
a
now get
contrast.
get
I
over.
don't like them.
Yeah,
Get
go on,
over
go
it,
on, go
oh.
on, go on.
And I think Kanye
Yeah.
just misunderstood what we've been saying, and clearly it's written in the
I'm
last thing that
sorry.
she
Please
said.
clear me.
Now this is
All
what
right.
she
So
said.
let's
What she
clarify.
said is that she removed the fact. See, every person or every guy that has come to you, they almost come they come with a proposition. And she realized that
Mm-hmm.
there are some people that don't even need any proposition. They just you
Okay.
and let it sink in and make you feel comfortable without you knowing their true
Mm,
intention. There are people that are capable of
mm,
doing that. And it's in your
mm,
best interest not to be naive, thinking that, oh,
mm.
Like
yeah,
all men are.
But okay, but even in the long run, realistically
not
speaking,
like we are solely saying this is written in the stars or written in stones, but we are telling you on like with high chance, likelihood, high likelihood that
mm-hmm,
there is
mm-hmm,
nobody, there's no man on earth that is around a
mm,
lady, provided
mm,
under the right circumstances,
mm,
that chance arises that, oh,
mm.
I can take my chance here with this person. Alaye mi. Hmm.
Okay, but that's where I come in because I'm like, this has happened where you've come back and tell me, oh, Kanye, I like you. And I'm like, no. And from that moment, I
That's the
cut you
boundary.
off. Or I put you in your right
Yeah.
place.
So that doesn't still invalidate what I said is anybody. So now you are not the one catching feelings, but the other person has caught feelings. And
I've
it could
never
be
caught
true.
feelings for my friends. And that's why it's important. When you
Kudos to
come into
you.
my life,
Kudos to you.
I will ask you, what do you want?
Okay, okay.
I like having
Another
difficult
follow-up
conversations, you
question.
guys. Why are you my
Follow up
friend? What do you want from me?
follow-up question. This case, have you experienced this type of case too? And from another friendship where someone all of a sudden out of the blue says they like you.
Absolutely. There was a guy
That,
that said to me,
thank
mind you,
God.
you guys,
Thank
hold
you
on.
for the
He's my
answer.
friend. He's in a relationship. This person is in a relationship. We're very
Mm-hmm.
good friends. And all of a sudden, I didn't even realize it was catching feelings for me. Me, I was just living my life. We'll talk and all that good stuff. Because I think I take my guy friends as my female friends.
Kudos to you.
I don't look boy and girl. I'm just like, yeah, that's my
This
guy
is what
friend.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Go, 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 go.
Maybe I'm
That.
oblivious and I need to start working on myself. But
So
in
that's
his
what
own
I'm telling you.
situation, it
You
was in
see,
a
you see.
relationship. Yeah. And then one day he just brought up a question to me, was like, oh, have you ever considered that if I wasn't in a relationship, would you have ever given me a chance? And I was like, absolutely not. What do you mean? And then later I came back and told me, Kanye, I like you. And I told him, and I said, babes, you're going to have to unlike me because it would not work. And I told him, and that's literally what I said to him. I said, you have to unlike me. I told him that if you leave your babe, you're going to lose on both ends because you will not get me. I don't like you. You are my friend.
Okay. He's just repeating what we've been
Yes,
saying all this while.
That's what I'm
I
saying. Like
guess.
man
But I guess
and
because I
woman,
don't see it
there's a
that
high
way.
chance at least one person will catch feelings.
You
Just
know
give
what is
it
doing?
time.
Should I tell you what?
Yeah, yeah,
KK
yeah, yeah.
almost feels disappointed that like why does it have to happen? Why does it have to get to the yes? Eventually,
But
the person did, but that's just it. Hang around somebody long
that's
enough. Hang around somebody long enough.
But then
In
I
the
have
right
guy friends that don't
circumstances,
like me.
see they will catch feelings.
But I have guy friends that don't like me.
but that's the thing. So I think we also need to draw that line of they are close
I don't
friends
like
and
them
they are
too.
best friends. Best friend is someone that you share like very intimate information. The
I
person is
don't
close.
share intimate invitation. I mean,
That,
information with anybody. What is
that's
intimate
your best
information?
friend.
Sorry.
They are just your. This person knows everything about you, like the deepest things about you. You guys, like
Imagine you
are,
telling your
you
best
are,
friend. Imagine you telling your
you are
best
five
friend,
and six.
oh,
Like
you
Tobago Korikosu, you know sleep, you know see, you know sleep. Five and six type of.
if I feel like there are a level of things that you tell people. I don't know, maybe you guys consider this. If you at the time you start telling somebody that your time of the month, you and the person is also like trying to make sense of it. Anytime you feel
Person
low,
is very involved in
you
your
involve
life,
your life,
knows
telling
your in
things,
and
you know
out.
that.
Is the person that if anything happens to you, you are going to confide in, and vice versa. And like you are sharing very deep. You are, any small thing, you have gone out, you have done this, you are planning trips, you are doing things that we,
Do
we
you
are all
guys
human
expect your
beings
partner to be friends with with your like for in your own case? Do you expect your partner to be friends
Mhm.
with your female friends?
to be
To
friends
be
with my female
cool, to be
friends.
not friends, excuse me, to be
they can be
Accept
cool.
to be
They
okay.
can be
To be
cool
accepting of your
as
female friend.
civil human beings. I see you, I respect you, you respect me. Hello, how are you? Like
Okay, now okay, you guys are married. Can your female friend call you?
they can call me.
I don't
Yes,
call my guy friends that I'm
they
married.
can call me, but I mean,
I don't
you
call
can
them.
check with
Even
me
the
and
ones
say,
that are in relationships, I
can
don't
you,
call them. I will text you. And then if you're now free, we can talk.
if you need, if something is urgent and you need information, or just call, there are cordial calls that you can make across. Oh, I remember you today or something, something. Those are allowed, but when that's why I say again, there are boundaries. You cannot be calling a married man for, I don't know, some certain things that this man is not responsible for you again. Like,
Mm-hmm.
let's just respect ourselves. About being cordial and being cool, yeah, that one is allowed. But again, man and woman, they cannot be best friends for long. Things will happen with
Okay,
time.
that's fair.
Because see, the case that you that's why I asked you that follow-up question, like, was that the only time? And you've validated my point. Like, it has happened at least two
Let me
times
ask you.
now. So even if
It's
you don't
happened a
have
few times
children,
Can I ask you a
actually.
question?
you
Can
see,
I? Can I? Can I?
don't trust man
I
and
want
woman
to, because maybe
together.
you said you can listen to this question as well. Let me paint the scenario to you. Oh, you have a partner now. Probably you guys are serious with intention to get married. Now, case
Mm,
in point, like uh, his female best or his female friend now gets
Mm-hmm.
him something for his birthday. Probably
Mm-hmm.
something that he has been saying that he wants,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to know about it. How would you feel about it?
How did I find out? He told me about it,
I
or
don't
I
know. You
just
just
found out.
okay. The two scenarios you found out.
Okay. Okay. I think the only thing that will piss me off is if I don't know about the existence of the girl as a friend. And this is not an analogy of life. I feel like before you have a partner, you have a life and you have a tribe.
mm,
And let's hope that that partner becomes a lifelong partner. If they don't, they put that way your you put that way in your life, and your tribe before it came in will still be in your
mm,
life. So I personally don't believe in elimination of people because you're in a relationship. I don't.
100,
That's
100.
just me. So I would assume that if I'm in a relationship, my if my partner has female friend, people that have been in his life before I even came in,
Mm-hmm.
people that have been in his life at least, let's say now my partner is 28 years old. You've had friends at least for the last 15 years. I would like to know them, right? I would like to, I don't even have to know their number. You
At
just talk
least some
about,
of the
oh,
existence.
I know, what's my guy's name is, forget his
Moyo.
name. So he has a friend, her name is Faye. He has spoken about Faye once or twice. I don't even have to have ever met her on the phone, but I know that she exists. If Faye got him a gift and he told me, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. If one day I just show up in your apartment and let's say we spoke about your birthday, we spoke at length about everything that happened on your birthday, and you never told me that Faye bought you a gift, and let's say I'm just in your house or something come up and you talk about it, I will question that. But as long as I'm aware that this woman is in your life, she's your friend, whatever the case
Okay.
might be, I don't. I personally don't. I think my trust level, whatever, is extremely high. I don't budge until you give me a reason to start
You
looking at
start
things.
doubting things.
Typically, so
Mm.
the second example of I came into your apartment and I saw it. Now I'm questioning, why didn't you mention it?
What are you hiding? Or what could
It's
be
not
the
even going to be
cause?
what are you?
Not
It's
gonna
going to
be
be why didn't you?
more of like, oh,
Why didn't
she's
you
just
just
my
say it?
friend.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you start to think about, like,
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
going
Achiever.
on.
Like the scenario whereby you said, oh, he never mentioned anything. And the reason why he never mentioned anything is that it doesn't mean anything to him. You understand what I'm saying?
That could be a reason, but I gave context. I said even your birthday, we spoke
Mm.
about things at length. Oh, this one came up, this one gave me this. We spoke about everything, and you deliberately left this one out. There's
But
a reason. But if we
there's
never,
also a scenario whereby he doesn't have to share everything because it's just like
he does,
Well, I think the navigating this situation is, I
he
think we have
does.
to, just to
I,
avoid
I don't I don't
possible
think I
risks.
don't think there's a
that way
relationship where
so
you
many things
where
that
you're not
you can't name
expected
everybody.
to
What
narrate
if that
things.
you receive
Hmm?
so much gifts
Go-
he can't even name everybody?
I don't think that's a thing personally for me. Yeah. I do believe in having female friends as a guy.
Mhm.
As a girl, I do believe in having male friends. I do, however, believe that maybe whenever you get into a relationship, depending on the kind of relationship that you have, depending on the partner that you have, some partners are like, absolutely not. A girl must, in fact, if you have a sister, she must come through me to get to. Some girls are like that. I
Mm.
personally, I am free flowing because I have boundaries. That's why my friend can come and tell me, Coin, you like, and I'm like, like, it's not gonna work. I'm expecting the same thing from my partner. And if you decide to be an unfortunate person and you have a female best friend that you're eventually now mixed in the low part, whatever, I'm out of the equation. I'm out. There's no time to be checking time. Like,
Yeah.
so that's where I stand
Yeah. So
with
so
my dilemma.
piggyback on what you said. Yes, you don't have to discard your existing friends because now that you have a relationship. But I think what needs to change is how you deliberately navigate those things, how you share information and create awareness so like everybody's on the same page. It doesn't appear as though you are hiding things or you're leaving out information and details here and there. That will now
Mm-hmm.
make the other person to start questioning or start looking at things from a different lens. So I guess it's
Mm-hmm.
just how you
Transparency.
carry everyone along. You
Yeah.
don't have to
Because
branch.
in the farthest future, if I have a guy friend, like my very, very good friend, I have my family now. It's Christmas time. Let's say he doesn't even have a family yet. I would like to tell my partner, oh, babe, this guy is coming to spend Christmas with us. And I would not expect my partner's highbrow to be going to the roof because my guy friend is coming. That I don't know if that makes sense. Or if he has a friend, okay, now my partner, my friend, which okay, let's not even say best friend, it's just my good friend. We've been friends for years. Now he has his own family. It's Christmas, it's Thanksgiving. I can easily say, oh babe, and so and his family are spending I want to spend Christmas with us, I want to spend Thanksgiving with us, something like that. Like I'm just like, why must marriage be equal to some level of isolation, some level of detachment? Why does it have to be equal to that?
But
Why? That's just Michelle,
Yeah,
me.
I also think
Maybe I'm oblivious. Maybe because I'm not
no, it
married
also
yet.
comes
I'm
with
you
not.
also
experience
feel
too. Like
would you also feel good that if your partner says sorry, babe, I don't feel comfortable having him around. How about that? What would be your response?
Why?
No, now he's just saying he doesn't feel good.
it
Like
doesn't go well. It
he
does
just
not
I'm
like
going to, in that situation, I'm going to respect my partner because my husband and my friends are important to me, but my
mm,
husband is priority. I'm
mm-hmm.
going to respect the decision of I don't feel comfortable with him around, but I'm not going to stop being his friend. It just
he's
means
not
you're
asking
still
you to
my
No,
stop.
friend.
it's
He's
not
not
You're
asking
still,
you
saying
to stop. He's not asking you
yeah,
to
you
stop.
will
yes,
continue to be friends, but
yeah, we'll still be friends. It's just going to be a thing of thread with caution. You obviously can't come to Thanksgiving in my family house because my husband doesn't.
Let me tell you let me tell you my own what's it called. This is my idea. Of course, you
mm,
guys are friends, but if it has to be something just you and I don't want you to, same way I won't invite my best friend to come over for something that I want to make intimate, just you and I. So I wouldn't agree to it. But if he eventually now has a partner, why not? Bring them along. The more the merrier.
Mm.
I
That's what I
think the
said too. I said in both situations.
yeah, I think the caution also comes from experience. We've seen some things like someone has some things going on, and they will now bring that same thing under their roof and continue. So just to avoid story that touch, I guess that's where some things will not allow, whether it looks good on paper
Don't
or
even
whatever.
give it. Don't give room
Like
for it,
so,
please.
they don't even want to take chance and find out.
I mean, so but to be realistic, even the ones that you don't give room for, they still happen. Just saying.
Exactly. So the
Imagine
things that imagine now the things that you
you
now take my so just save everybody
Me,
the
oh,
stress.
where I stand, again, maybe because I'm not married, I'm not, but where I stand, I personally, Koinsola, don't see an issue having a guy friend or a female friend. That is just me. Maybe when you get into a relationship, you can then define your boundaries. You can't call me at 9 o'clock. You can't call me at this and all that good stuff. To each their own. I've had a friend call me. Well, this one was a female friend, Sha. But she called me, I think it was like 10 p.m., something like that. She had a meltdown. And then I was in a relationship. My partner was on the phone, and I was like, I'm gonna talk to you later. And I rushed down to my friend because her
Down
brother
past
passed away. So
emotionally
she
down.
was out of this world. So ran to my friends. I was slept over there, consoled and everything, all that good stuff. But oh no, I think my
Did
friends mean a lot to me.
you
So
leave him a
That's great.
message?
hmm?
Huh?
Did you leave him a message?
When I got to my friend place, I called him back and I told him, "This is where I am. This is
He
what is
leave
happening."
K
I
is
will
not.
always
You know why?
communicate.
See,
I
K
will
will
always
like
communicate.
obviously K will do it. I expect. See, there are certain things I will expect certain people to do, like because it feels like oh the logical thing to do because
Mm-hmm.
he's a
Mm-hmm.
logical human. I'm not so.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean that this same person. I would also expect the same thing from your partner because he's also logical. That after
Mm-hmm.
you narrated to her, oh, I'm testing you. This is why. Oh, I'm like
Something
obviously.
is going like you
So
have
nobody
to.
is. I can't say if you are two reasonable people in a relationship, you and there are certain scenarios that occur, and you follow through with them. You will tell them, oh, of course, what makes sense? Why not? Please,
Yeah,
that's
by all
just
means.
understand by all
So
means.
talking about best friends, female friends, besties, our viewers, please subscribe. We want to carry you along.
Please,
We don't want to say because we are now in new year, new relationship that we want to detach from you. Please subscribe. Share with your best friends, your close friends,
Share
people
with
that
your
you're in
enemies too.
entanglement with, situations. Everybody share with them. There's no limits, no boundary. Click the
Mm-hmm.
subscribe button. Thank you. We love you. Mwah.
We love you with the love of the Lord.
Hey, I think we've dropped enough gems to today. Hot take is man and woman cannot
Adam and Eve.
you cannot trust Adam, neither can you trust
Just
Eve.
Eve. Hmm.
the
So
reason why we are saying this now, sir, even a case in point, the Dami Hope and India thingy.
who is that? Who is that?
Okay.
You? I'm lost.
You guys are not in tune with what is happening. You know,
I know
Please
them.
you know,
bring me up to.
I
ah,
know them.
it's the same thing that just happened. What we just narrated now is similar to what just happened.
I
And
need to go and do my
there's a guy
homework.
that is even avoiding the whole PR now. Omolomo, that only God knows what he's going through. So you can imagine.
But I mean, you don't have the full story.
That's why I don't want you us to talk about it here because nobody has come out. None of them has come out to say it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, I think this is for me. This is a very good place to end the
Oh yes,
podcast.
yes.
And
Yeah.
yeah,
Nice, nice, nice. I guess we will see you guys in the next episode. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, send to your tribe, to your best friends. You can send it at any time.
and anytime
Send it at 10 p.m.
10 p.m.
At
Don't
11 p.m.,
send it to your married
11:32.
friends. Everybody, share. All right, guys. See ya.
Gotcha. Later.